We're driving over to Falkirk today. It takes around 15 minutes. Did you know that in Cumbernauld we have something awesome? Ward Park Film and TV Studios is currently the only elite film and television studio in Scotland. Outlander is the current feature being shot there regularly and in and around Cumbernauld. The Castle Carey Viaduct is sometimes called the Red Burn Viaduct. It's an 8-arch railway viaduct spanning 3 roads and a river on the boundary between North Lanarkshire and Falkirk council areas. The little village of Allendale was built in 1904 to house workers of a new brickwork started by J.G. Stein and Co. This attractive woodland in Bonnybridge offers impressive views of the Antonine Wall, ditch and rampart, and is also an important site of a Roman fortlet. The Forth and Clyde Canal runs through it, and you can even walk under the canal in a stone tunnel to Seabegs Wood. You can see the Ochil Hills in the distance there, looking northeast towards Stirling. If you like, you can pause the video and read these signboards. I'll also leave a link in the description to the history articles mentioned. When we visit, we always take the history trail as it's a loop and the perfect length for a dog walk. There are wildlife information posts about what to look out for, as well as local history signs. The woodland is mainly broadleaf with some Scots pine trees. The trails are compacted dirt and ash, so although it's probably not great for an electric wheelchair, you could have access with a chair that has more robust wheels. It's not too bumpy, and we always see prams and buggies there too, which are being pushed without any issues. There are separate bike trails which are away from the main paths, which makes it an exciting ride if you're cycling and safe if you're walking. Roe deer are the most common species near us in the Scottish lowlands. They hide in dense woodland, especially among conifers or bramble scrub when they need to rest. But they are very opportunistic, and a hedgerow may be good enough. Can you guess what these small ponds and streams are a part of? They were used as a part of Scottish tar distillery. In 1847, James Ross established a tar distillery on the Callender estate on the banks of the Forth and Clyde Canal at Lyme Wharf. It used tar, which was a waste product of making coal gas for street lighting. and broke it down into discrete chemicals such as benzene, naphtha and pitch. The tar was brought in from towns and cities by barges on the canal. Water for the tar distillery was brought in from Bonnie Prince Charlie's well and the Lightwater burn. Later, a small reservoir was built near the burn, and you can see those remains here in the earthworks. You can get to the Falkirk Wheel and Roughcastle Roman remains from Canada Wood if you want to explore further afield using the same path network. This panorama starts off looking at the Ochil Hills towards Stirling and Alloa. I pan back around into the direction of Cumbernauld, where I live. You can see some hills and those are the campsites which go all the way to the Glasgow area. Remember, we've only driven 15 minutes from my house to get here, which is why I love living in Cumbernauld. My two favourite animals, after dogs and cats of course, are snails and cows. Highland cattle being my favourite breed of cow. They are a Scottish breed of rustic cattle. It originated in the Scottish Highlands and the Outer Hebrides Islands of Scotland. This is Copper's first time seeing Highland cows. They're quite far away though. Copper, you bothered? You bothered about the coos? How can you not love their cute faces, especially this calf?
Bertie, on the other hand, is a bit obsessed. Straight tail. You can't go through the fence. Come on, let's carry on walking.
This is an ancient grove of beech trees. Some have had to be cut down due to safety issues, but you can see how old and big they are, the perfect climbing frame for Copper and Bertie. There is some current discussion about whether beech trees would have naturally reached Scotland by now, from post-glacial populations based in southern England. The lifespan of a beech tree is 350 years, and they can grow to 50 metres high, as tall as a house. The irrigation ditches and streams always look dark in our area of Scotland because the soil is primarily peat, which leaches into the water and stains it brown, just like when you're making a cup of tea. Sometimes, because Bertie is small and he has a metal plate in two of his legs from his car accident, he gets tired and we have to carry him for a while. I mentioned Lime Wharf earlier in the video. Well, this is a disused lime road. Large quantities of lime were moved via the canal to the Callender estate, and this was the main road. The lime was used in the fields for spreading. The car park we use is actually called Greenrig Strip, but you can find it on Google Maps by typing in Canada Wood Cafe as well. We decided to drive home via my favourite local scenic route. Unfortunately, the sun was going down even though it was only 2 p.m. in the afternoon. That's what it's like living in Scotland in November. So now we're heading back to Cumbernauld, down the old lanes, through villages and hamlets. As you'll see, there's mainly sheep farms and bogs everywhere. You know, everyone seems to think that Edinburgh is picturesque and that Glasgow is industrial. But like I've shown in other vlogs, heading towards Glasgow, you still get this amazing countryside. It's bleak, but beautiful.
Traveling through this world of war. There is no sickness, toil nor danger in that bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my mother. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm just going.
Slamanan is the next village over from Cumbernauld, and it's a bit run down, but I think it looks cool. There's a nice memorial clock on the main street, and for my UK viewers, did you know we have Highland fuel up here? I bet you've never heard of it.
Dark clouds will gather round me, and I know my way is rough and steep, but golden fields stretch out before me, where weary eyes no more will meet. I'm going there to see my father. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm just going.
The Upperton area is a scattering of a few houses and used to be part of the Longrig End village, but separated when a tuberculosis sanatorium was built in the village. It's since been demolished. A dilapidated Upperton flat actually made the BBC News as it was listed online for an auction of just £1. And there are always disputes about which local council serves the area, Falkirk or North Lanarkshire. Fannyside Muir, or Moor in English, is a stretch of peatbog and moorland that runs between the two Fannyside patches of water. Since prehistory, nomadic people have used the ponds up here to water their livestock, especially in Roman times. There was a historic murder in one of the ponds, which I covered in a Halloween video a couple of years ago, and Palace Rig Country Park borders the bog as well as Fannyside Loch. As you can see, it's a desolate landscape, and on the map it may look comparatively small, but it has a really strange atmosphere up here. It's like you're going back several hundred years in time, and it's really isolated.
When I come, I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going
And then finally, at the bottom of this hill is Abron Hill, which is part of Cumbernauld, my hometown. I hope you've enjoyed my new vlog format as much as I've enjoyed filming it and editing it. If you have any comments, leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.